You're listening to the School of Client Attraction. Marquel Russell is the founder of Client Attraction University, a marketing consultancy helping you attract clients on autopilot and scale your business while working 50% less. Quick disclaimer. A side effect of listening to the show is more clients, more profits, more freedom, and more impact in your business. Now, here's your host, Marquel Russell.
Hey, what's up, my friend Marquel Russell here. Welcome to this brand new episode of the School of Client Attraction. Today I have my good friend, my sister from another mister at Cierra Seay, and she's actually going to break down. Like I said, she's on the top. Well, she's the top copywriting and messaging coach in the world, and she's helped add millions to the bottom lines of a lot of the top coaches, consultants, speakers in the world. She doesn't really brag about it, but she's the GOAT, right? And she's going to break down how to add millions to your bottom line and how she's helped other clients do it as well using the power of copywriting and messaging. So let's jump into the interview so she can lay it all out for you right now.
Hey, everybody, it's Rochelle Shaw again. I am the Senior Director of Communications here at CAU, and it is my pleasure to be able to not only talk to our students, but today is a really special day because I get to talk to both a student and then a partner and somebody who's crushing it in the game and really crushing it for our clients. And we're just so excited to have Cierra with us that she gets me out and I do that. I don't care. It's like I can't help it. At least I don't sing the whole song anymore. I sing it in my head, but I don't sing it like out loud to you anymore. Hey, Cierra, introduce yourself to everybody.
All right, guys, I'm Cierra Seay, copywriter, messaging expert, resident copywriter and copy coach here at Client Attraction University from Detroit, Michigan. Proud college dropout, and marketing nerd at heart. And yeah, I'm excited. I didn't even know I was going to do one of these, but I'm excited.
Well, see, we just pull you out from everywhere. We don't let you hide anymore. That's kind of the rule. I have been the queen of hiding, and Dre and Marquel is like, yeah, nobody gets to hide anymore. Nobody gets to. So I think one thing that's so fun and unique about your story is the fact that you were a client first, and then we recruited you and said, man, you did so well and you're so good at what you do that our clients could really be blessed by you. So tell us a little bit about what your business looked like before CAU, before you met Marquel.
It wasn't a business before CAU. So just to give you a little backstory, I always knew that I was really good at what I did, but I still was in like employee mindset mode. 2018, I left my job and I unexpectedly became a full-time entrepreneur. And then early 2019, I realized like the way that I'm doing this, like it's working, but it's not working. So I naturally found Marquel, had a call, didn't enroll, had another call, started thinking about it. Then it was the third, I don't even think it was the third call. I think it was something happened on social media. And Marco hit me like, yeah, let's jump on the call. Let's try this again. And I'm like, shoot. So we ended up jumping on the call and then I enrolled. But let me back it up. Before I didn't have a business. I was someone who was a copywriter, literally just hustling from client to client. I had 2 clients on retainer at the time. And the thing was I was getting projects and clients, but I was grossly undercharging. So I was wearing myself out. Like completely wearing myself out. My clients was getting crazy results, but for whatever reason, mentally, because in my mind, it's like, well, it's only taking me this amount of time. I was still doing the, how long is it going to take me times, how much I want to get paid by the hour, not realizing that was completely backwards. Fast forward to now, I have a business, still growing, still learning. And yeah, I think it was last December, Marquel actually made a post asking, if anybody was interested. And I'm like, yeah, me. And we had a conversation. I remember it was a late night conversation because he was on his way to a Christmas party. And he's like, if you got some time, we could just jump on the phone. We jumped on the phone. He asked me about some marketing books. And I feel like they were like just random questions. It wasn't even like a real interview. Like he's like, who's your favorite copywriter? It's like, what marketing books have you read? And, what's your plans and all that other stuff. And New Year's Eve last year, I had my first meeting with, and it's so crazy because I don't even think some of the people, I can't remember their names, but first meeting. And yeah, it's been a wonderful, wonderful, almost full year on the team. I've worked with a lot of high profile people. Marquel is by far the best leader, best partner that I've ever worked with, ever.
Yes.
And this is on this entire journey. And I tell them all the time, like, y'all gonna have to kick me out. I'm not going nowhere.
I agree. I tell them that like I am a lone ranger, right? And I tease that partners are for dancing. They ain't for getting in business with, not for marrying. None of those things, right? So I feel the same way about Marquel. But one of the things that you said that I'd love for you to expound on is you said that you were charging for how long it took you to do things.
Yeah.
Right? So what was that shift that needs to happen? I know that people watching they think that that's the way that you're supposed to charge. So how do you charge now? And what had to shift in your brain?
So the first thing that I had to realize was I had to understand like the true transformation I was providing for these clients. And a lot of the clients that I got initially, like they had, courses, programs that they were launching, but they weren't converting well. They were sending out emails that people weren't opening. And then I got my hands onto things and stuff just started popping. And when stuff pops, that means you make more money. So initially, like, I didn't realize, like, wait a minute. I think the light bulb really went off when I had one client literally make $27,000 in 24 hours from one email. And over the weekend, that turned into like 6 figures. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, something not right. So I did raise my prices after that, but it still wasn't, I still didn't implement what I learned, what I got into CAU, which was, this is the value of it. This is the real transformation you provide. Like, they hired you because of this, which means their copy, their messaging isn't working. Once you get it to work and they're charging what they're charging, it should be a no-brainer.
Right. And what's that worth to them?
Yeah, definitely.
I think so many people get caught up in I always say following people who are lost, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you following people who are lost, but you think that, oh, that's the way it's supposed to go. Like, I need to have a 7 at the end. It needs to be 297, 597, and all this, instead of really thinking about what is the transformation that I provide.
Right.
What is it? And what is that worth to them? And how much will they invest to get that transformation to take place? That's it. Very simple, right? But we think that, oh, well, because it took me 10 minutes to do it, right? But it didn't take you 10 minutes at first. Right? It took you a long time to figure out messaging, even to get in the heads of your clients and to get really into the heads of their prospects.
Right.
And be able to think like them is the hardest piece of messaging. I think we jumped right into what we do, but if you were explaining copy and messaging to a 5-year-old, how would you do that?
You said to a 5-year-old?
Yeah, to one of your kids. Like, if you were explaining to one of your boys, your youngest, what you do, how would you explain it?
And so you said to one of my kids. Okay, I've never had this question. I know how I explain it to the average adult. Oh, so to my kids, what I would say is, I write. Ooh, that's a good question. Because now I'm like, how do I make it for a 5-year-old? So I would say I write words that make people buy stuff. That's exactly what I say to I actually did say this to my 10-year-old, like, because he actually created like this little flyer and like put my name and then he put copy. And I was like, I'm a copywriter. He was like, yeah, but I don't know what it is. And I was like, well, I write words to make people buy stuff. And he was like, really? So yeah, that's, and I remember when I first joined CAU, my I help statement was, I help you create words that make you money or something like that. And it's terrible now that I'm thinking about it, but but yeah, that's how I would explain it to my kids. I write words that make people buy stuff. And then the messaging piece, I just always tell people, like, that's your angle. Like, that's how you're separating yourself from the pack.
Yeah, like kind of like your opinion, would you say?
You said kind of like your opinion?
Uh-huh.
I think in the marketing world, people call it like your unique proposition,
Sure.
what makes you different. Yeah.
Sure. Well, absolutely. Right. So, because Marquel breaks it down so succinctly, I think that people think that they can do that, right? Because he makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
And they have no idea. And I giggle and, because he'll say target market and they think they know what target market is. And so I was on a panel one time with this gal and so I was asking questions and I asked her, okay, well, give me an example of a target market, right? And she was stuck. And I'm like, okay, you cannot be a marketing expert telling people that you are, and not be able to explain that like we explained it to a 5-year-old, exactly like you just did. Like you can't do that. You can't be out there. But there's so many pretenders or folks that take one course and feel like now they're the expert and that they know that's why they're struggling too, because they haven't really. It's also why they charge low fees.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they really don't know and aren't the expert in it. But that's awesome. So you meet Marquel, you jump on the team. Well, you said your business now looks totally different. What's your favorite part of CAU? I know, the messaging part, but other than that, what's your favorite part?
Like legit seeing people's lives being transformed. Like I love it, especially, because when I came in, obviously there were already some clients, but to see clients go like that I had my first one-on-one with to now dropping testimonials saying like I made 70,000 this month, I made 40,000. That's my favorite part, like my absolute favorite part. Even over the weekend, Nicole, one of our clients, Nicole Ambrose, made 100,000, and I'm like, I remember going through her lead magnet video, and I kept telling her like, this is fine, and she was like freaking out, and I'm like, this is fine, like let's just let it go. She's like, you sure? I'm like, let's let it go. So that's my favorite part. Like, meeting the clients right after module 1, because that's normally when they have to talk to me for the first time, and then seeing them stick to the process and literally change their whole life. Like that is my absolute favorite part.
Because messaging really does change. It changes the game.
Yeah, it does.
It changes the game for, it is, I always say it describes your 2 who's, right? Who you're looking for and then who you are. So that, you're showing your side and your unique selling proposition if we want to be marketing nerds. But it also, on their side, it makes them say, oh my gosh, you are exactly who I was looking for.
Yep.
You are who I need. You are, yes. So it just kind of takes those 2 who's and puts them together, that messaging piece.
Oh, if I could just, I think the coolest part is for so many of our clients, they come to us having years of experience in what they're doing and never getting anywhere near the results that they get once they join CAU. And it's like, that's why we're the X factor. Like that, it's like that's when we like stand on the table. Like nobody is better than us at this. We have so many clients. I've been in this program, in that program, and I've been trying this and trying that. And then they come here and apply what we teach them, and it's like game over.
Right. And the best thing that I hear them say, especially since I've been doing these client success interviews, is they go, I couldn't believe how easy it was. Like I had complicated so much.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I don't think that anybody gives them all of the pieces like we do.
No.
The other programs, they give you this piece because their goal is to upsell you to the next piece and to upsell you to the next piece. Whereas we give you everything so that you can be successful and now start really generating the cash. And then the next piece for us is to get you to that 7 figures. And so now, and then make it hands off for you so that you no longer just have a job, but you have a real amazing business. So I absolutely love it. Love talking to you. And we are just getting started, let's see, even from the clients so even Kevin that's in the group that just posted today, right? So I vetted his app. So his app came to me. I talked to him. I introduced him to the program and said, I think this would be great for you. He was like, really? I was like, yes. And so then he's all done, but he was very nervous. He was very nervous about this messaging piece. It's like, how can he convey this message? Now, he's an expert speaker. He's an expert at what he does. He supports so many other experts in the industry. He was really nervous. So I know you can't tell us exactly what you told him. Yeah. But what was it that you think helped him change the game? And have like he said there's too many, his video in the group said there's too many zeros coming in and making him nervous.
I think it's pretty much what I tell a lot of them, first of all, all of our clients are super smart and top-notch experts at what they do. And this is even for me sometimes. Sometimes when you're too close to it, you see it differently. So one of the things specifically with Kevin, I was like, Kevin, we got to simplify it. Like, I know you know exactly who you want to go after. You know these people like the back of your hand. You work with them, you talk to them daily, but we have to simplify it. And this is a question that, anybody who joins the program that you get all the time. You have to be able to answer the question, what do they really, really want? And then what are they afraid of? Because if you can answer both of those questions in one hook or in one sentence, people are going to be like, I want to see exactly how you can help me, because you answered a question that I didn't even ask you with this one particular phrase. So now let's see, what's the next step. So that, to me, that's really simplifying it. Like, that's it, simplifying it.
See what you make it sound so easy.
I know, and it's so funny because I always tell our clients on the Wednesday call, like, y'all probably gonna think I'm lying when I say this, but this is the truth. And we tend to use terms and industry words, and we think that the people we want to work with understand those words. They don't. I've had clients, coaches, and speakers who make millions of dollars who didn't know what copy was.
Right.
They were using terms like verbiage and wording. When I said the word copy, they like, what is that? And then I'm like, well, the words on the page, they're like, oh, the verbiage or the wording. So you have to get in the habit of like really paying attention to who you're targeting and using the exact same language, and it's just simplifying it.
Sure, man. Well, that's like a truth bomb nugget. Bam. Yeah. Because so many, I think they like to sound smart. Is that it? I don't know. Maybe I'm being a hater when I say that. But it's like, look, we know you're smart. We know you're smart. And I work with doctors, and it's the same thing with them. It's like, I know you're smart. Look, you have MD after your name, okay? Or the DR before it, or the rest of the letters. I know you're smart. I know that you can take an exam. You can take information and transform it. Here's what I need you to do, though, is I need you to tell me, like, you're talking to my daughter or a 5-year-old or a 10-year-old. I just love that your son said, yeah, that he knew you did copy, but he just didn't know what that is, right?
Right.
Devin tells everybody, I don't know, my mommy's famous though. Okay,
you ain't lying.
It's like they go, what does your mom do? You're like, I don't know. She's just.
But you know what? It's so funny because my sister is 25, and a lot of her friends are like, everybody wants to be an entrepreneur in their generation, and they'll follow me and they'll be like, Destiny, what does your sister do? She'd be like, I still don't know. I just know she pays me. Whatever she's doing is working. I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
I don't know. And it's like, well, all I know is that you always have your laptop and you've always got it open. And it's like, yeah, this is how we make money. So that's always super fun. So what do you think the next 5 years is going to look like for you?
Oh, that's a great. So I'm not going to lie. I would definitely like to make my first $1 million within the next 12 to 24 months. I've learned that I really, really enjoy coaching. I never saw myself as like a coach before being a coach in this program. And I'm starting to like it more than I like writing copy. So I think definitely teaching and training. I'm starting to get a tug to maybe start teaching other struggling copywriters like how to properly build, their copywriting business. Obviously, I'm intertwining with CAU somehow, some way, but like I'm in a lot of Black copywriting Facebook groups, and these people are really, really struggling. Like it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. So that may be a project that I work on in the future, but I definitely think I'll still be coaching and teaching on this subject, still be a part of C8 by that time. I don't know what CAU is going to look like.
Right.
But I definitely think, no, I'll still be a part of the team. And yeah, that's the short version. By that time, I'll be a for real goat.
By that time, you already are a for real goat, greatest of all time, of course. Your ability to look at something and see it for what it is and what it can be is outstanding and amazing. And we are honored to have you, and definitely honored to have our clients at CAU get to meet you. So tell me this: once you got into the program and before you became CAU, how long did it take you to get your first sale?
Ooh, my first sale with using the CAU formula?
Yes.
That's a great question. How long did it take me? I know I enrolled like July 2018. You know what? It actually was within the first 30 days. Because one of the things is, like, Marquel gives so much valuable information and tips that you can implement, either while your ads are running or before you get to that point. And he gave us a 30-day content challenge. We had to post one piece of video content every day for 30 days. By day 7, I had closed like 3 people just from that. And I was still in that phase of like getting my ad account and stuff rolling. But it literally took me, it was within the first 30 days.
Yeah,
it was within the first 30 days. Yeah, that I tell him all the time, like, that's kind of what opened up the floodgates for me, that challenge.
Yeah.
And then it's like, the money's coming, the clients are coming. So then I was like, well, maybe like our clients, maybe I don't need to pay for ads. It is like, no, you do. So but that was what opened the floodgates open for me.
Sure. They work together, and they work together to unlock your organic content, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
your organic content is there, and then the algorithm kills it because it says, oh, okay, these 17 people that have been watching it are the only 17 people that want to see it. Right. So then when you open up your ads, then that side, it even allows your organic stuff to go further. But we giving them just way too many secrets.
We are.
Enroll and come on in the program and see how everything works from there. But we are absolutely excited. And even, what do you want to tell Marquel? He doesn't know I'm asking this question.
Oh, what do I want to tell him? You know what? I can honestly say, I want to tell Marquel thank you for number one, being the fearless, selfless, most amazing leader I've ever had in the history of working with anybody. I tell people all the time, and I don't even know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it. Marquel put more money in my pocket in 30 days than people that I have worked with in the past. Like, and I'm talking about, these people were supposed to be partners with. So I just want to say thank you. If he's very giving, very whatever you need. Yeah, it's just thank you. Like, he's really walking in his calling and changing the lives of a lot of Black entrepreneurs, and will continue to. Like, I could definitely, Marquel is probably going to be like the Zig Ziglar of the, or, something of that. Like, his work is going to live on forever. And I just can't wait to see, what we do here at CAU in 2021 and beyond.
Oh, that's so fun. He's gonna blush when he sees that. He's gonna go, what do you mean by that?
Right. He's gonna send me a message. Hey, see, I saw that. So can you expand on that for me a little bit? But no, I told him and Dre this before, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I legit want to fire all my clients and just like, but it got to make sense though. Right. Or be allowed to, I put myself in a position where if I'm writing copy for anybody, it's because I choose to, especially if I get to the mode where I want to start training copywriters. I'm locked in for life though.
Yeah. I told him that too. I said, I'm gonna stop telling y'all that.
Especially if I start working with, it's a wrap. I don't need any more clients. Because what y'all gonna teach me that I already don't know? and sometimes I start working with people and I'm like, y'all need to be in CAU. I don't even want to do this.
Well, that's what, when I see them, I go, okay, so show me this. And they don't, I'm like, oh man, we do it so well that it's like, okay, go do that and then come back to me because you're so not ready for me. You are so far from the 7-figure spot. Like we just can't even have the same conversations.
Right.
So that's super exciting. And I want to thank you so much for your time. I know I took you away from an event that you were supposed to, be at just so that we could hurry and jump on this. I am going to send it to him so that he can see this special message from you. And I know that everybody out there watching, not only if you need your verbiage or your wording right, but, just take the 3 tips she gave you and you should make enough money to be able to afford them now because she's up there. She's up there because she's changing the game for everybody. So thank you, my friend. It is my honor to serve and to interview you today. And
fun. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for checking out this episode. Have a phenomenal day because you absolutely deserve it. Talk to you soon.
What's the difference between you and mega successful coaches and consultants with a dream business? Simple. They're getting more leads than you are. What if there was a way to get 50 to 100 leads every single day like clockwork? Would you want it? Then go to www.getdailyclients.com to access our paid ad playbook that has brought in millions of leads for our clients over the years on complete autopilot.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.